Welcome, everyone, to our coverage of the Fiesta Bowl as we are welcoming you to a Liberty Oregon matchup. Liberty led by their quarterback, Caleb Salter, and Jamie Chadwell as their head coach. As the Oregon Ducks are led by Bo Nix and Dan Lanning as their head coach. The Oregon uniforms, not a big fan of them particularly. Generally, I enjoy the Oregon uniforms, but Salter gets off the pass and he is down the field all the way inside of Duck territory, all the way to the 40-yard line, the 43, and there's going to be a flag at the end of the play. It's going to push this play further in as the defensive lineman for Oregon decides to give a little shove at the end of the play. Yep, personal foul. It's going to be on Oregon. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button down below if you have not already. Also, make sure that you guys like the video down below. Helps immensely. Okay, so we are here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and like button. It's great to have all of you guys here as Liberty is deep inside of Oregon territory, and Caleb Salter fakes the handoff, is in the pocket, has a man open and overshoots him just barely in the end zone. Going to be 2nd and 10 here for the Flames. A good first drive here for Liberty as they had Caleb Salter had a man wide open but just missed him. That is disappointing. Make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button down below. Make sure that you also check out Roundup and American Football Network and my channel, The Football Expert, depending on which one you're watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on all of them. So 2nd and 10 here for Liberty as they motion just about everybody out of the backfield. You had a tight set, but now you have 3 wide receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. Salter finds his opening and is going to go upfield, and man, he gets hammered there by number 33 of Oregon. Going to be a pretty decent gain, though, as it is going to be at about a 4 or 5 yard gain there for Salter. Boom. Oh, wow. That was a hit. 3rd and 1 here for the Flames. The Flames have a 50% third down conversion rate. Definitely a great job by Oregon when it comes to converting on these downs and distances. So 3rd and 1 here. Liberty in a tight formation. Salter is going to hand the ball off, and he's going to get about 3 yards there. 3 yards on the play. So it's going to be a good first down here for the Flames. That's Cooley there, number 20, the running back. Liberty has scored on their a touchdown on their first possession the last 6 games. So definitely have been an improved team when it comes to getting that ball into the end zone at the start, as it's going to be a touchdown Flames. Salter hits his man in the end zone. Touchdown Liberty. A big touchdown there as Bentley Hanshaw is going to get the 17-yard reception. A great play there from the Flames. Make sure you like and subscribe down below, so we will have coverage all throughout the day on this channel and American Football Network and College Football Roundup as Benshaw gets the touchdown pass. A great pass there from Salter. So it's going to be 6-0 Flames, and the kick is up. Oh, and it's no good. 6-0 Flames. It's all it's going to be after a bad PAT miss. I don't know what was happening there, but the Flames get off to a flaming hot start in the VRBO Fiesta Bowl as Salter hits Benshaw in the end zone. Again, make sure you like and subscribe down below, and we will be back with our coverage of the VRBO Fiesta Bowl after this commercial break. And we are back here with our coverage of the VRBO Fiesta Bowl as Bo Nix is leading the Ducks out for their first drive of the game. As they're going to start off after the kickoff at their own 25-yard line. A solid kick return, but not too much to it. As Bo Nix is making his 61st career start at quarterback, which is an FBS record. So quite an adventurous career for Bo Nix. As Bo Nix is going to have the handoff here, he's going to get up to the 26-yard line. Going to be second and about 5 here for the Ducks. Once again, make sure you hit the subscribe and like buttons down below. We're at 2 likes on my stream, so hope to see more likes definitely down below. Let's see if we can get 5 likes here by the end of the drive here for the Ducks. So we're going to get a officials timeout here as there's an injured Oregon player on the field. That looks to be a number 55 there for Oregon. Looks like number 55. He's walking off on his own strength, so that's a good sign there for the Ducks. As it looks like Harper Jr. is going to be the injured player. So 2nd and 5 here for the Ducks after the handoff there to Bucky Irving on first down. Bo Nix in an empty set and is going to get the pass off, and it's going to be completed to his target. That's going to be Johnson, number 15 there for the Ducks. It's going to be first down for the Ducks. 11:52 left in this first quarter. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Never miss another video, as we will be having coverage of all New Year's Six bowl games, or the remaining 3, all throughout the day. So make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and like button down below. On first down, once again, it is Tyler Johnson, for the catch. He's going to get about 6 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 4 here for the Ducks. Or Tez Johnson, that's my bad. An honorable mention for the Pac-12 team. As Bo Nix has his running back, Bucky Irving, Tez in motion. It's going to be a fake handoff to him, and Bo Nix has his man. Once again, it's Tez Johnson, and he's all the way inside of Liberty territory, all the way down to what looks to be about the 30-yard line there. Big gain there for the Ducks. What's up, Anthony? Good to see you. Good to have you in the chat. If you do want to join the live stream, just let me know, and I can get you that link. Bucky Irving gets the handoff. It's going to get them to the red zone at the 20-yard line here. As my subscriber goal is 1,500, hopefully by the end of the stream. I'm about 93 away, and AFN's subscriber goal is about 1,200. And he is at about, I think it's about 40 away from that mark. The Ducks are driving as Bo Nix is tearing up this Liberty secondary as they look a little bit lost here. 2nd and 8 here for the Ducks. Bucky Irving to his left, as it's going to be a screen pass there. And they're only going to get about 1 yard on that play. Good job by the Liberty defense as they get down on the field. Or they really move there. 3rd and 7 here for the Ducks. Finally in a position where you're really going to need to do well. Bo Nix this season has been absolutely incredible in the end zone. 72% completion percentage, 374 yards, 23 touchdowns to 0 interceptions. Has been extremely efficient and has been extremely well-rounded as the Ducks look to convert here for a touchdown, or at least, and it's going to be batted down as he did have Tez Johnson there, but it is going to be an incomplete pass, and Liberty is going to have to settle for a field goal here. Make sure you like and subscribe down below. help me reach my goal of, let's say, I don't know, let's say 25 likes. We're at 2 right now. Let's see if we can get some more. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button down below. Camden Lewis has really struggled in the second half of this year, going 5 for 11 on his last 11 attempts. And this one is going to be right down the middle. 37-yard attempt is good, as Liberty is going, or as Oregon is going to cut that score in half, make it a 6-3 ball game after the missed PAT for the Flames. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break as we get back for our coverage of the VRBO Fiesta Bowl soon. What's up, guys? We are back here with our VRBO Fiesta Bowl coverage. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below. We're trying to reach a goal of 25 likes on the stream. I'm at 2 right now. Be much appreciated if you help the stream out. Hit that like and subscribe button down below. Good to see all of you guys here. As we have had a good stream so far. Also, make sure that you enter in your consensus of who you think is going to win this game. Right now, we have 7 viewers and only 4 votes in the poll. Liberty is winning 3-1, 75-25 here for there. Also, make sure that if you are on our podcast channel, me and Lincoln will be here for our coverage. Hey, we're at 45 subscribers on Roundup. Let's see if we can get to 50 subscribers for Roundup, as it has been a good season for us on College Football Roundup as well. It's good to see Roundup doing well as always. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. We got 7 viewers over there on Roundup, so make sure you hit that subscribe button if you have not already. It's good to see all the new viewers. So we're going to take a quick pause before we get back to the commercial break. What's up, everybody? As we are back here with our VRBO Fiesta Bowl coverage of this Oregon Liberty matchup. So far, Liberty has played really well. They did allow Liberty to get down that field really quickly on that first drive. But hey, hit that like and subscribe button. Also, make sure you put your thoughts in the poll. We got 8 votes now. Liberty's still ahead 62-38. So let me know your thoughts and opinions in that poll. Let's see if we can get 50 votes by the end of the first quarter, as there are 8 votes right now. So we need another 42 more. Hey, we got 15 people watching right now on my channel. Remember, you do have to be over there on definitely have to be over there in order to see the on my channel, the Football Expert, in order to do that. Also, make sure that you subscribe to Sorgy Stories and the whole bit. We have all sorts of channels down in my description if you're watching over there for Sorgy Stories, Scotty B. the Baylor King, my brother's channel, and all sorts of stuff like that. So, Caleb Salter hands the ball off as it's going to be about a 5-yard gain here, 2nd and 5 here for the Flames. A good start here for Liberty, as you have a good first play for the Flames. Again, make sure you Got 9 votes now. Looks like another vote for Oregon. Make sure that you let your thoughts be known of who you think is going to win this game. Right now, the consensus is on Liberty, which is definitely the opposite of what we thought going into this game, as the spread for this game was minus 18 for Oregon. So it looks like it's going to be a false start there for Liberty, negating the 5-yard run that you just had there from their running back, Aaron Bloodgood, who's listed as a wide receiver on ESPN. I'm not sure why he's listed as a wide receiver, but definitely do that. Oh, now we're 50-50 on our poll. Got 5 votes for Liberty, 5 votes for Oregon. Make sure that you let our thoughts be known by doing that poll right below, hitting that subscribe button, as we are going to get Salter. Oh, Salter's making people miss, and he got all the way. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not Salter. That's my bad. That's Daniels Jr. That was a catch there. I didn't see it real quick, as you had 3 Oregon defenders, but they were not able to take him down. So it's going to be a 12-yard reception as Liberty continues to look really good in this first quarter start here for the Flames. Ball at the Liberty 33-yard line as Salter puts his man in motion, goes behind him, as it's going to be a handoff to Bentgood once again. And it's going to get about 2 yards on that play for the Flames. So let's see here. Make sure you like and subscribe down below. Hey, we got only 2 likes on this video. 2 likes. Hey, it'd be much appreciated. Much appreciated if you could like the video down below. Definitely make sure that you like the video down below. That always helps. Always helps, as Salter's going to have the delayed handoff there to Bentgood, that's Lucas. That's a backup running back. Oh, as you had the fumble on the snap after a bad snap. It really wasn't a bad snap. It was kind of just mishandled there, as Billy Lucas is going to recover that ball and be able to get it in and play well. Okay, we are here. 3rd and 6 here. Salter in the gun. A tight formation here, not a bunch. As you're going to get a man in motion. Salter fires a ball deep down the field, as it's going to be incomplete there. As we are now heading in there. We got 4 likes now. Good to see everybody liking the video down below. Appreciate it. Oh, we got 5 likes now. Good to see. Make sure you like the video down below. It helps the stream immensely. Thank you guys all for your participation. 13 votes so far. Also, make sure you put your comments in the comments section down below. Hey, what's up there? Salvador Chavez chiming in there. It's good to see you, Salvador. Am I saying that right? I'm terrible with names. I'm sorry. I really am terrible. It's kind of funny because my name's Reichley. Always a very hard name to pronounce. It looked like there was a fumble on and it's going to be fumble on the kickoff or on the punt return, but it is going to be recovered by Oregon, as there is some flags down here on the field. Make sure that you like down below. We got 44 people already in this stream. Make sure you like down below. Kurt Lawson with a very true statement. Oregon off to a very slow start here. Not what you're looking for on Bo Nix, but definitely good to see there. As you're going to get pass interference, or I'm sorry, what is that call? He put his arms out there. I'm kind of unsure. I'm sorry. I'm unsure what that is. Oh, we got an illegal. Are they calling it interference? I don't. I'll be honest. I'm kind of confused here. Okay, good. I did say your name right. Good to see. But we will be back. Make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button on all 3 channels: College Football Roundup, American Football Network, and also check out Sorgy Stories. He will have a stream for the Rose Bowl, though I would hope that you split your screen here and go between our 2 streams here as well. Good to have all of you guys here as well. Or one more second before I go. Or from Gary Carson, Oregon has gotten really cocky. They were disrespectful and partying last night, or out night partying. I'm assuming that's what it's saying. Last night, disrespecting Liberty. Yet Liberty has came out with, no pun intended here, a flame or a fire underneath their rear end, and they played really, really well. Salter has looked good at the quarterback position. You've gotten good looks overall. And overall, they've played well, being able to get a good job when it comes to being able to get the ball down the field, being able to push it. It's looking well so far. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below if you have not already. It's good to have each of you guys here, as we'll take a quick break here for our commercial break. And we are back here for our coverage of the VRBO Fiesta Bowl, as ESPN is showing some clips of Bo Nix beating Oregon in 2019 as the Auburn quarterback. We're at about 19 votes here on our poll. Liberty versus Oregon. Liberty holds a slim lead. 1 vote for Oregon would tie it back up. But we're trying to get to 50 votes on that poll by the end of the first quarter. We only got 6 minutes left in this first quarter, so we're going to need to get there. We're 20 votes in now, tied up 50-50. Kind of surprising, because most of the other polls have been pretty split one way or another. A lot of people were picking Ohio State in my poll for that game, and a lot of people picked Georgia. Obviously, that one was a little bit easier to pick, but has done well overall. But make sure you guys hit the subscribe button down below. We're at 410. We're trying to get to 1,500 for this game, as it's going to be an incomplete pass there. No intentional grounding there on Bo Nix on 3rd and 5. Though it was definitely a skip pass. We're 4 subscribers away from our goal on CFP Roundup. We're at 46 right now. Our goal is 50. By the end of this stream. If we could get that by halftime, that would be absolutely fantastic. But Liberty here, 3rd and 5, as Bo Nix in shotgun with his running back to his left. Tez Johnson motioning from his left to his right, as Liberty is going to bring the pressure here, gets it off, but it's going to be dropped there, as it looks like Oregon is probably going to have to send out the punt team here on 4th and 5. The Liberty fans really happy about that one. As we are 23 votes in, Oregon has taken a slight lead now in the poll, as they're winning 52-48, 27 votes away from our goal of 50 by the end of the first quarter. We're 5 minutes and 17 seconds left in the first quarter. So good to see. Also, make sure you hit the like, subscribe button. We're at 7 likes on my stream here on the Football Expert. So make sure you hit the like button over on whichever stream you're watching. If you're watching on Roundup or whatever. Roundup has the most viewers right now, which is actually shocking. But doing well. Good to see everybody here. We're going to take a quick break, but if you have any questions or comments or opinions that you want to say, feel free to put in the comment section. I'll respond to whatever comment that you have and read it out there. We are back here now with our coverage. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button down below, especially if you're on College Football Roundup, because it is me and American Football Network's podcast, as we are going to take our longer format videos. If you want to check out American Football Network, hit the subscribe button up there. Hit the subscribe button over here at the Football Expert. Help me get to my like goal of 25 by the end of the video. We are at 25 votes on our poll. Hey, we got 8 likes now. Good to see. I like this. You guys smashing that like button down below. Also, make sure that you check out the vote tab there over on the right-hand side. As we continue that, let's see if we can get to 10. See if we can get to 10 likes by the end of the first quarter. We're 2 away. There's already 9 people. There's 14 people watching. One more like. Hey, one more like. There we go. We're at 10 likes. Good to see. Good to see. I know some of you guys probably haven't voted in the poll. Good to see John Jansen. It's good to see you. Happy New Year to you as well. Hope you guys have had a great New Year. Missouri, they beat Ohio State, and they beat them well. It was a big win for the Tigers and Eli Drinkowitz, as he's really secured his job after definitely something that has played well. So Caleb Salter has 2 running backs to his one to his right, one to his left. Going to start at the 8-yard line. So it is going to be a pitch there, and he's going to get some room. It's going to be a first down here, but I do see a flag, and it looks like it may be a holding there on the Flames. So make sure that subscribe button, like button down below. We are at 10 likes. Let's see if we can get to 12 likes by the end of this drive. Need 2 more. Hey, we're at 11 likes. 1 more like here. Got 17 concurrent viewers. So just need 1 of the 17 to hit that like button down below that already hasn't. So hit that like button. Good to see everyone here down below. So make sure that you also make sure you leave comments. I'll respond to whatever comments that are made. I don't know about that holding call. That's I don't know about that. Jamie Chadwell not happy about that. As definitely disagree with that one. So it's going to be a first down, I think, for the Flames. It's going to be really close to a first down. I'm not sure whether they'll give it to him. It looks like it's going to be second in basically inches. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, like button as well. Good to see. Good to see the fact that Roundup is doing really well on this stream, as it is our podcast channel. Still at 410 subscribers, hoping to get to 500 by the end of it. So if you get that subscribe button, it'd be much appreciated. We're 3 subscribers away on Roundup. So, hey, if you're on College Football Roundup and haven't hit that subscribe button, I know some of you guys haven't because we have a lot of viewers and not as many subscribers. So hit that subscribe button down below. We're at 47. See if we can get to 50. 50 by, let's see if we're going to go big. Let's see if we can get to 50 by the end of the first quarter. Also hit the notification bell as well, as this looks to be Roundup's best video ever. Liberty really struggling in the penalties department, as we're going to get a false start here before first down. Man, Chadwell really getting eaten up by penalties there, as with these penalties, they're really killing the Flames. It's going to be 1st and 15 here for the Flames after the first down catch. Here from Braylon Green. Or I'm sorry, and it's going to be about a 3-yard catch there for the Flames. Not much going on there. Once again, number 82 on the grab there for Liberty. Let me know what your comments and thoughts are down below, as we will continue to answer any questions you guys have. As Stevie Stevens was on the tackle. The poll, John, has been really tight. 28 votes. Is it's going to be counted as a catch? Looks to be a catch. Yep, they're going to have it a catch. That's a big grab there from number 4. Yep, looks like he got his foot in and did secure the ball. So it's going to be a catch there. Hey, we're at 12 likes. Thank you guys for all your likes down below. Hey, let's see if we can get to 15 by the end of this drive. 15, just need 3 more likes. So go ahead, hit that like button down below. See if we can get to 15. We're 22 votes away from our goal. 22. So if you haven't already, if you're on College Football Roundup or American Football Network, come over here to the Football Expert and cast your vote. Liberty or Oregon? Who do you think is going to win? Oregon is winning right now, 54-46 in this poll. Really tight poll, guys. Really tight poll. So it's going to be 2nd and 6 here after the 4-yard run there from Aaron Bentgood. Xavier. So it looks like ESPN is a little bit behind me, so sorry about that. Ball's at the 41-yard line here for Liberty as Caleb Salter takes the snaps, drops back, has a man, and that looked to be a flag there, but no flag. 3rd and 6 here for the Flames. A lot of touchy coverage there on the outside. I don't know about that not being a penalty. I don't know. Definitely low ball placement. That didn't help. It was kind of catchable. If you're a wide receiver, you probably kind of need to catch that. See here. Let's see how many subscribers Roundup is at. Hey, we're 3 away from our goal, 50. Salvador's got Oregon in this, as Caleb Salter is going to get out of the pocket and get about a 4-yard gain here, but he is going to be short. Going to be stopped at the 45-yard line of Liberty, as it looks like Chadwell may keep the offense out on the field. This is a big risk here for the Flames. A stop would be massive here, as we are 20 votes away from hitting our goal. Hey, we only got a minute and 33 seconds left in the first quarter. Gotta get those votes up. We're 3 likes away from our goal. Just got to hit that like button down below. Help us reach that like goal. As they do take the offense off and they do get the punt off, as it's going to be Johnson once again. He's going to have that ball deep in Oregon territory. Okay, so we're 2 likes away. 2 likes. I just need 2 more likes here from any of our wonderful viewers from hitting our like button down below. Also, you make sure that you hit that subscribe button as well. At 410 right now, hoping to get to 500 or 1,500 by the end of the game. First and 10 here for the Ducks at their own 18-yard line. Bo Nix puts a man in motion there as Liberty is going to have a 4-man rush as Bo Nix pump fakes and once again another drop. That is the third drop of the game for the Ducks as it's going to be second and 10 here for Oregon. And man, they've been dropping balls all game long. It is not helpful as we got a minute and 9 seconds left here in the first quarter. We're still at 13 likes. We're at 14 now. 1 like away. I just need one more person to hit that like button, and we've hit our like goal for the quarter. Second and 10 here for the Ducks. It looks like we can hit that like goal as it's going to be Tez Johnson getting the first down and more. It's going to be about a 17-yard gain there for the Ducks. Big gain there as you get way inside of, or you get way outside of your own end zone and way closer to Liberty territory. So it's going to be ball at the Oregon 34-yard line. Tez Johnson has been the big-time target of Bo Nix throughout this game, as Liberty looks to be playing a little bit of a match quarters coverage here. It's going to be a run all the way up to the 42-yard line. And that looks like that may be the last play of the quarter with only 19 seconds left. I doubt that Oregon will snap it here. So it's going to be 2nd and 3 here for the Ducks. We did hit the like goal. Thank you so much for all your guys' support, liking that video down below. Let's see if we can get to 25 by the end of the second quarter. Oregon players are seeing double. They will get the lead. They will take the lead once they figure out how to catch the ball. Yeah, truly, it's been a baffling display of drops here from the Oregon wide receivers as they've really struggled to be able to catch the ball, as they've had 3 drops this game already, which is really kind of unlike Oregon. So we're going to take a quick break. I will be back here in a little bit, but I'm going to take a quick little break to get some food as John talks about both teams in throwback uniforms today. Yeah, Liberty, I don't know if they're exactly throwbacks because, well, they haven't been around that long as a program. So it depends on your definition of throwbacks. But yeah, like overall, I'm not a big fan of Oregon uniform today. I really like their prior ones. They're mainstays. I guess you could call it that. I'm just a bigger fan of that. Before I leave, I do want to go over the poll real quickly where we have 31 votes. Oregon is in the lead right now, 52-48. So you just need one. There's only a 1 vote gap between these two teams, which is absolutely shocking. 16 votes for Oregon, 15 for Liberty. A really close gap there. Make sure that you like, subscribe down below. Help us get to 50 subscribers on Roundup. So we are closing in on that video, or closing in on that goal. Hey guys, what's up? We are back again. Sorry for the delay. I was gone for a little bit. But looks like Ohio State hype videos will be able to join us later on today in this video. Make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button down below, as well as College Football Roundup has been doing fantastic. I know we're closing in as Salter has had a really good game. Like I said, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Oregon is definitely winning in our poll now, especially since they have taken a massive lead. We got 43 votes in the poll. Hopefully we can get to about 50. I'd hope to get to 50. Let's see here. Well, I'm going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back after the commercial break. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Make sure you hit that subscribe button over there on Roundup. We are 2 subscribers away from our goal of 50 subscribers by the end of the stream. So hit that subscribe button away. We are 2 subscribers away. It's good to see everyone as go through the games real quickly. Wisconsin has played pretty well. Kevin Salter getting out there. Ooh. Yeah, ripping that helmet off. No penalty there, though. So Cooley's going to have to come out of the game. Quintian Cooley. As Salter gets away from the initial pass rush, makes the throw. Going to be about a 7-yard gain to make it about 3rd and 5 here. As Tennessee is beating Iowa 14-0 with 1:43 left in the half and the ball. Wisconsin is beating LSU 28-21 with the ball, but it's 4th down for the Badgers. 8 minutes and 23 seconds left in the game. Here as Liberty is driving, hoping to get a touchdown before the half ends. Oregon is really taking advantage of this game since I last was talking about it, as they've scored 3 touchdowns in this second quarter and have really taken control over this game. Hope to have Ohio State hype videos join us soon, as we are closing in on our poll vote goal. We're 44 votes away. And a breaking news, DJ Uyunglele is going to be heading to Florida State to be the Seminoles' next quarterback, as Salters empties out the backfield, 3 wide receivers to the boundary side, 2 to the field, as it's going to be a slant route, and it's going to be caught for 1st down there for the Flames with 1:43 left in this quarter. A good catch there once again to Daniels, or I'm sorry, CJ Daniels, who's had a really good game, 6 receptions, 68 yards. As Salters gets under pressure, looking to get away from the pass rush, and gets out of bounds with about a yard gain. Minute 19 left in the half. Okay. Looks like. Do you have the link, OSU? Let me know if you don't. I think you have the link from Lincoln, but I'm not 100%. If you don't, let me know. Salter and shotgun with Cooley in the backfield. Quinion Cooley. A dropped pass that's intercepted there at the 32-yard line. Stevie Stevens with the INT after the drop pass there from I couldn't catch the wide receiver that dropped it. Ooh, Sibley. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not 100%. That ball looks like it may have hit the ground, and if it hit the ground, it did not look like he had control over it. Yeah, I don't know about that one. As I don't know, this is going to be a close call. This is going to be a close call for both teams. A big call here is Liberty really needs this in order to get back into the game. A good attempt, nonetheless. Do remember it was called on the field as a catch. So I do expect. I don't know. It looks like he has control, but I don't know. It's close. It really is close. We're at 45 votes. See if we can get 5 more votes here before we end the half. So let's definitely like the video down below. Hit the subscribe button down below. I am 89 subscribers away from my goal of 1,500. And Lincoln is about 30 subscribers away from his goal. It looks like the ball hits the ground, which is not what you're looking for as Liberty. And I would assume that would turn this around to be helpful for the Liberty side, and that they would overturn this in Liberty's favor. But I'm not 100% because it doesn't bobble, but it definitely hits the ground. Which could mean that the ground is helping, and that's not what you want to have in this situation. And that could be the difference for this game here. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're 2 subscribers away and round up. Let me check and see with roundup here real quickly. One moment as I switch my account around it. Yep, we're 2 subscribers away still, so got 8 people watching over there. Would definitely be helpful as the ref comes back out. It is going to be an interception. Joe S. is not particularly happy with Liberty, as you can tell by his comments. Looks like Anthony had the stream on pause this entire time. It's fine. But yeah, you are more than welcome. Lincoln is running a little bit behind. I'm assuming this is Ryan, I think, if I remember her name. Yeah, we will try our best. I'm not 100% sure what our schedule is because Lincoln has had some struggles with traveling back from the beach. So I'm not sure what our schedule is, but if you want to send the link to Lincoln's email for whatever you want us to join. If you want to send it and then we can join later on, just let us know what you want me to do with that. As Bo Nix is going to be stopped for the first down, 21 seconds left. Joe S. grew up in Lynchburg. Okay. I'll be honest. I'm not a big Liberty fan. I go to a smaller private Christian university in Anderson, South Carolina. So as Bo Nix gets all the way down, Tez Johnson getting all the way to the 18-yard line for Liberty with 8 seconds left. Oregon calls their second timeout. I assume Oregon will probably take one shot at the end zone before kicking a field goal attempt if they aren't able to make it into the end zone. Just a bad job with the zone. Tez finding the open space. So definitely making it interesting. But like I said, definitely it looks like we have Mikkel here for the stream. If you want to talk, go ahead. You are more than welcome to start whenever you feel like it. But Anthony, the Rose Bowl stream, it's going to be fun. Hope to be able to see if we can get it both working together well. Not 100% sure what it will end up looking like, but hopefully definitely should be a lot of fun. Here as Oregon, 8 seconds left at the 17-yard line. Okay, Michael. Okay. As Liberty is going to call their final timeout, they just wanted to see the formation that Oregon got out in. Okay, a quick break here. Okay, so there's 8 seconds left here. 1st and 10 here for the Ducks. No timeout, so Liberty, 1 timeout for Oregon. Bo Nix has in the shotgun, gets the pass off as it's going to be a touchdown there to Holden, number 5. So it's going to make it 32-6 Ducks as Trayshawn Holden gets the touchdown pass.
I thought this game would be a lot closer than it's ended up being.
It has been a struggle for the Flames as outside of the first drive, offensively, they've definitely had struggles. It definitely looks to be it won't be as bad as the Florida State Georgia game, I think, but it definitely is going to be a rough one for the Flames.
It's going to be in that range.
Yeah. But I will say this, I think the Liberty, this is definitely a very weak year for the group of 5. You have a group of 5 team in Liberty that, they're 13-0. But it's not like they've beaten anybody particularly. They really struggled against Virginia, which is not a good group of 5 team. So I think that it's definitely this is a weak year for the group of 5. I think that if Tulane had beaten SMU, you would have definitely had a better matchup. with Tulane and Oregon. Or at least I would assume Tulane would be playing in this game because you don't have as many, I think, conference ties with the New Year's Six bowl games outside of the Rose Bowl. And obviously the Rose Bowl, with it being in the playoff, it doesn't really matter. I don't know if Liberty doesn't play nobody all the time. They definitely have a weak schedule being in the CUSA. Hopefully they can make it to the Sun Belt eventually, because I think you definitely have a tougher schedule there. And I don't think you would have been undefeated in the Sun Belt. But like playing New Mexico State is a solid team. Did lose their head coach in an interesting situation, Jerry Kill. Also a very interesting name as well for head coach and Jerry Kill. But it is 6-31 here in the Ducks' favor with 3 seconds left after the kickoff going out of bounds. So I assume that Liberty's probably just going to kneel it out. Virginia Tech definitely did crush Tulane. How would Oregon? The one thing I would say is this. Yeah, Virginia Tech definitely did crush Tulane, but Tulane also had a bunch of opt-outs, including their coach leaving to go to Houston, and Michael Pratt didn't play as well. So with those two, maybe Willie Fritz would have still left to go to Houston. I think that's a possibility, but I think that Pratt definitely would have played if they were in a better bowl game like this one. I would even thought SMU could have been an interesting opponent. Obviously, they lost to Boston College, but SMU did have a good year. But like I said, this is a really down year for the Group of Five as a whole. So definitely a tough time. As we're going to take a halftime break here as we get back for our coverage later on after halftime of this VRBO Fiesta Bowl. And we are back here with our coverage of the VRBO Fiesta Bowl as Oregon gets the ball to start off the second half as they are driving already with they have the ball at the 40 with 3rd and 5 coming up here. As we get into our coverage, let me pull back. So it has definitely been a one-sided affair as most of these New Year's Six games, the Missouri and Ohio State one, it was semi kind of competitive, but it struggled when it came to.
They were mostly lopsided for most of the game.
Yeah, they really
There's
have been.
no better way to put it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
now maybe the playoff games will be a bit better, like they were last year. That's all you can hope for, really. But
yeah, I think that. Plus, I would say this: at least the playoff games, I think, will be less lopsided. Like I think unless if something happens that I don't predict, which is possible. Like I've definitely been wrong on some of these things, but it is definitely, I think, will be a little bit closer. Like the yardage total for these two teams is Liberty has 180 yards to Oregon's 418. So it, like, even in the yard department, it's been incredibly lopsided with a lot of those yards for Liberty coming from that first drive.
Yep. Quick score update, by the way. If you want a more competitive game, they are in the fourth quarter in the ReliaQuest Bowl, and Wisconsin is leading 31-28 over LSU.
Yeah, that is definitely. It's definitely a much more competitive game. Plus, I forget who's playing in that game for LSU. I forget who's opted out.
I can't remember if Jaden Daniels is
not
playing or not. No, Jaden Daniels is not playing.
Yeah, it's definitely
and
the other important player would also depending on if Malik Neighbors was playing. So yeah, but let's see here. But it's also Iowa and Tennessee is not a more competitive game, particularly, but it is an interesting one. Say that apart again.
I think that's already over. Iowa doesn't have the firepower to come back like that.
Yeah, they really don't, which kind of shows you how Michigan's win against Iowa really meant nothing in that championship game. As
I will say this
Iowa.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And to be honest, even with no Daniels, Ben Nussmeier is a good quarterback for LSU. And as Anthony's talking about in the chat, he's 28 of 40, 311 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Thank you for the stat line, Anthony. But Nussmeier, he isn't like as good as Daniels by any means. Like Daniels is a Heisman winner, but he definitely has some abilities.
I mean, he tore up Georgia last year, which tells you how good he can be. But
yeah, yeah. So Alabama is arriving now at the Rose Bowl as we are less than 2 hours from kickoff for the Rose Bowl. It should be an interesting matchup with a Michigan team. I'll be honest. The one thing that I could see making it a non-competitive matchup as Oregon tries a lot of trickery here, a screen pass that's going to lead to another Oregon touchdown. So it's going to make it 37-6 with 11
this is starting to turn into the Georgia game.
Yeah. Ryan, I did see your message. I will get in contact with Lincoln when it comes to that StreamYard. We'll probably look to join probably around halftime, would be my guess, if we're able to. And are you doing it for both or just for the Bama Michigan game? But yeah.
Well, also speaking on transfer news, I know this was a bit late, but when you announced that DJ was going to Florida State earlier,
Mm-hmm.
another more quarterback drama. What do you think about the Will Howard Ohio State talk?
I think it's going to be. It didn't Will Howard transfer to USC?
No,
Who transferred to USC?
I know Dante Moore went to Oregon.
Let me look it up. Oh, okay. Now I get it. Okay. ESPN put up a graphic saying that Will Howard had committed to USC. He hasn't. Okay, that makes sense. Because I'm like, I thought I saw something about him going to USC, but if Will Howard goes to Ohio State, it'd be a good pickup. It really would.
Because there's been reports that he could be
So
signed
I
with
think
Ohio
that
State by the end of today.
by the end of today. Wow.
Yep.
That would be not what I expected. I what are your thoughts on him as an Ohio State fan?
Pretty much same thing as Devin Brown, but maybe a little bit more mobile.
Yeah. I think that at least with Will Howard, you're bringing a lot more experience than Devin Brown. And I think overall he's a better passer because of his experience.
Plus,
I
he's
don't
not
know
injury
how.
prone either.
Yeah. Because I don't know. I just think if you're Ohio State, you're going to have a great wide receiver core next year with the Mecca and Buka and Carnell Tate and all of those 4 and 5-star guys. So it's not that you're going to have wide receiver issues, and your running back room should be good again. And the offensive line should be solid. So you're in a great position as a quarterback, even if it's Devin Brown who ends up being the starter.
Yep. The only main issue I'd have concern for Ohio State is no matter who the quarterback is, would be the offensive line.
Yeah. And I think that that's going to be an issue consistently because I think Michigan is your biggest opponent when it comes to Ohio State, being your rival and everything. So I think that like if you're the big goal is to beat Michigan, obviously. I think you would agree with that. So I think like if you're going to beat Michigan, you got to be better in the trenches. So here, let me pull up Ohio State's schedule and we go through it. I didn't check, to be completely honest,
because it was 31-6 and it's only 37-6.
Yeah, I don't know. It may be my ESPN graphic being slow, but he may have missed it because I really haven't been paying attention to the PAT. Plus, they were going through a review, so it took them a little while. Let's see here. Okay, so 2024 schedule for the Buckeyes.
They play Akron week 1. I know that much. And they play Oregon on the road week 5, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, that will be a big matchup just with the fact that Oregon will have Dylan Gabriel brought in as their QB. So I think it will definitely be important.
Well, plus you also got Ohio State looking for revenge
for the Buckeyes. Yeah. So you got week 0, Western Michigan at home, then a bye week, then Marshall at home. Then you got a road game against Sparty, then a home game against Iowa. I don't think that you should have any issues with that first 6-game stretch. Certain points, you got the road game against Oregon, then you got a bye week, and then a home game against Nebraska. Nebraska, I think, is going to be pretty good this year.
By the way, the
Especially
PAT was
with
good.
Oh, it was okay. Nebraska with Dylan Raiola, that is going to be an improved team. Then you got at Penn State, possibility of a whiteout game. Obviously, always a competitive environment, but the problem is that with Penn State, you don't have offensive capabilities. With Drew Allard, probably I think being one of the most disappointing players in all of college football this year. Then you got an easier 3-game stretch with the home game against Purdue, a road game against Northwestern, and then a home game against Indiana before you wrap it up at home against Michigan. I don't know. I think you probably have an 11-1 season next year, maybe 10-2. 11-1 does get you to the Big Ten championship game, I think, though.
I mean, no matter what, as long as you don't have 3 or more losses, you're going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
I agree. Yeah, and I think next year, and you don't even have to win your conference or make the conference championship game to be in the playoff. Like, I think Notre Dame next year, they have a really good shot at going 12-0 just because of the weak schedule.
The only downside I see in the 12-team playoff is you're bringing. I understand they want to include everyone, which is probably the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Every conference, but why are you putting like the Mountain West champion in there, for example, just to face a Power 5 team and probably get smoked?
There is a real possibility, and if the 12-team playoff was this year, Liberty would get smoked by whoever they played. Probably, I guess maybe you would have had to play Florida State, and if they did, I think that's a real competitive game. Because technically they would be the 12 seed and Florida State would be the 5 seed. So that'd be a really competitive game. But I think with the other thing I think with this is that if you do have a Cincinnati that plays really well, that beats Indiana, that beats a Notre Dame. You could they could find themselves in that 4 spot because, well, like when you're looking at this, you're really looking at a conference that there isn't really 4 Power 5 conferences, so you're even looking at the fact that the AAC champion next year is probably going to be the 4 seed.
Well, all of the main conference champions, the SEC, Big 10, Big 12, obviously not the Pac-12 anymore.
Yeah.
ACC, Mountain West, American, and I believe 1 or 2 more conferences will make it in just because they won their conference championship. Which personally I don't think is right. Obviously, Big 10, SEC, ACC, Big 12, obviously they deserve to make it in. I'm not saying the group of 5 is bad. I just think they have to earn it instead of just winning your conference championship game and all of a sudden you're in the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, only one of the group of 5 schools will make the conference championship game. Or not only one of them will make the playoff. So you only have that one guaranteed spot. Well, maybe you have 2 because I think it's 5 total conference champions make it. And with the Pac-12 disintegrating, you may have 2 group of 5 teams make it. But like, I think next year, if in the AAC, you're looking at Tulane, you just lost your head coach and quarterback. UTSA, they'll be interesting. They have their quarterback is actually the son of Josh McCown.
I
is
believe
their
so.
yeah. His son is the quarterback at UTSA. I think he will be a redshirt sophomore next year. He played in the bowl game after Frank Harris got injured. As Saltaire does a bunch of nothing. And it's going to make it 4th and 5 here for the Flames.
Do we want to talk about this chat at the bottom of the screen?
Yeah. I put it up
Yes.
there and I've just been continuing to talk. Ryan talks about the fact that LSU is losing to an average Wisconsin team speaks volumes about BK's team. They are absolutely horrendous without Daniels and Neighbors, and they even have Brian Thomas Jr. LSU's going 5-7 next year. As a Notre Dame fan, are we going to troll them? I don't know. It's like I feel like it's just they're bad, and it's almost like more you're just like you feel bad for. I don't know if I feel bad for him, but like we took Mike Denbrock, so like we took Mike Denbrock. I don't really you suck, okay?
Well, you also have to consider. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I was just gonna say is that like that it's not if they had taken something from us, then I would have been more upset with them and I would be trolling them. But if since we took something from them, yeah, they feel like your little brother now.
Well, I will say you also can't really judge LSU off of just Daniels and Neighbors missing, because I'm sure there's probably plenty of more opt-outs besides those two on both teams. So just because those two are out doesn't determine that what season they're going to have next year.
Oh yeah, 100%. But let me pull up LSU's schedule here to go over it real quick. Let me see. FBS, SEC, LSU. Okay.
Speaking of schedules next year, how do you think of the Texas A&M rivalry being reborn?
I'm excited. I to be honest, this is why I love college football is the rivalries. So like I couldn't be more excited that you have a rivalry of that magnitude back. It does disappoint me that you lose Bedlam in Oklahoma and Oklahoma State, but at least you get to keep the Civil War in Oregon and Oregon State. LSU, man, they have a tough schedule next year. They got a neutral site game in Las Vegas against Southern Cal. Then you got Nichols at home. Excuse me. South Alabama at home. Then a bye week, and then Ole Miss at home, at Arkansas, at Texas A&M, bye week, Bama at Florida, Vanderbilt, and then Oklahoma at home to end the season. That is a rough stretch of games. I could really, honestly, I think you may lose to Ole Miss because I believe Jackson Dart comes back next year. So I could see you losing to Ole Miss. With how Max Miller played in that USC bowl game,
I think
could
he's
lose to USC
next year.
The
way he played.
Oh, 110%. I think he played really well. Lincoln. I do want to address this point. BK saying that that he'll have better. I know you meant LSU when you said that. Let's be honest. Notre Dame's recruiting under Marcus Freeman has gotten a lot better, and LSU fans are finding out the fact that Brian Kelly isn't a very good recruiter. So, like, yeah.
Quick update on the LSU game. Nussmeier just threw it down the sideline for a huge gain around into Wisconsin territory as they are still trailing 28-31 with under 5 to go in the fourth.
Yeah. If you wanna join at all, I'm sure you're probably watching. Anthony is our resident Wisconsin Badgers fan. just let me know in the chat if you want, and I'll send you the link for it.
And they're now close to the 10-yard line.
Do you have any thoughts on DJ going to Florida State?
I thought that personally, I knew that they were on the board at first. I actually thought McCord wasn't going to go there for a second.
Mm-hmm.
But first thought is for me was he was going to go to Michigan State.
Yeah.
Because John Smith went there. So I was figuring he was following his coach, because if you look at that was probably his best season since his first year at Clemson by far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just so you know, Ryan, yes, you can. If you let me see here. I'm gonna get Lincoln to send you the email, your email, and then I will invite you on because Lincoln has your email. Let me see if I can get him
That's
to give me your
my
email.
Touchdown LSU. And the Tigers take the lead with Ryan Thomas Jr. with 3:08 to go in the fourth. 31-34. PAT still yet to come.
Okay. One moment. You can keep talking, Michael, but let me get this link to Ryan real quick.
PAT is good, and it is now a 4-point LSU lead.
Well, I'll say this, Ryan. I'm about to put my link, my email in the chat. If you want to send me an email, let me see here. I'll put my email in the chat, and then you can send me an email, and then I'll send you the link that way. So that way, Lincoln doesn't have to send me.
I'll be honest. The Wisconsin LSU game it's not even a New Year's Six, and it's probably the best bowl game so far, by far.
Yeah, either that or the Clemson game. I think it's pretty close.
Well, obviously the CFP semifinals will probably take over the top two spots, hopefully.
Yeah,
and he'll take it off, and Wisconsin returns it out to looks like the 20-ish.
I'm going to turn on the Wisconsin LSU game because, well, I'm kind of tired of watching a really bad football game.
I'm kind of tired of watching blowouts 24/7.
Let's see here. Yeah. Even the Penn State game was not that interesting. So
let's see. Back to pass, looking, running, drops it. No, he's going to run, gets about 4.
Okay, that's a big gain for him. What's the time that you have for the Wisconsin LSU game?
2:40 and counting. Back pass, looking, fires up sideline.
Okay. I'm a little bit ahead of you, but
running, still going. Finally brought down after a huge 25-yard gain. totally just guessed that and somehow got it right. Up to the 50-yard line. They'll mark it at the 49. Back to pass, looking, firing, caught. Another first down in the LSU territory to the LSU 40. Under 2 minutes to go in the regulation now.
Looks like they're going to call a timeout here, Wisconsin, and then they're going to determine what they want to do. Is LSU does have 2 of their timeouts left with the minute 55 left.
It appears both teams have 2 timeouts left. Or maybe Wisconsin has 1 now. They haven't taken it off yet.
Okay, one moment, Ryan. It's taken me a second to get this link to send.
Well, I know this isn't college related, but the NFL AFC South race, that's going to come down to the wire.
Oh, yeah, yeah. As a Bears fan,
you might want to keep an eye on that. It's official. The AFC South winner will play the Browns as he takes off for a 6-yard gain. As long as if Jacksonville loses, it will be the winner of Texas and the Colts who play, which is on Monday Night Football.
Okay. I just sent you the email, Ryan, so as soon as you want to join.
2nd and 4 now from the Wisconsin 34. I don't know the quarterback's name, so back to pass. Looking, fires incomplete. 3rd and 4.
That'd be Tanner Mordecai is the Wisconsin quarterback.
Spread for the Alabama-Michigan game currently now is up to a 2.5 Michigan favorite. Back to pass, looking, firing, caught, first down Badgers, and a bit more.
Oh.
And Texas is also a 4-point favorite over Washington, which is kind of surprising, I think.
Okay. And looks like Ryan has made it on with us. Ryan is a Notre Dame fan, so I guess we have a couple of Notre Dame fans now. But hey,
Next
Ryan.
pass complete, near another first down for Wisconsin. Under 1:40 to go now.
How's it going?
Doing well. How have you enjoyed this?
I'm enjoying it, man. This Tanner Mordecai legacy drive right here.
Sounds like Common Core 2.0, not to break any hearts here, but
yeah.
Are you in Ohio?
To be honest, go ahead.
Mordecai back pass. Fumble. And who recovers it? Wisconsin will recover the fumble.
It's been a heck of a game.
Lost about
25. What did I miss, man? I came in here, accepted the link, and you go from first down and 10 with 1 minute and 30 seconds left, and
he went to throw the ball and it just fell straight out of his hand. Didn't even get hit.
See, this is why the people for the Riley Quest Bowl got so lucky that they didn't pair Notre Dame and LSU, because Notre Dame would absolutely be smoking this LSU team.
Yeah.
Mordecai back to pass. Looking, rolling. just gets rid of it at the 50, almost sacked again, and we got whistles, and now what is it? Clock is rolling as he got taken down at the LSU 45. Timeout Wisconsin, it appears.
Oh, they got the first down?
And
no.
Yep.
Wisconsin got the first down?
I think
No.
I think I'm a little bit ahead of you, but that is the ball game as Wisconsin is
Man,
going
don't
to
send a Badger to do an Irishman's job. Oh, man.
By the way, there's no Tennessee 21, Iowa nothing. Just started the fourth quarter in the Citrus Bowl. That game is all but wrapped up at this point, I would say.
But I think I do need to at least address this as an NFL question, even though we're doing a college football live stream. Can you talk to Bears management? I will say this. I think that the Bears are going to win on Sunday. I think that we're going to win on Sunday. It's going to be a tough matchup. Don't get me wrong. And the Bears have gotten beat a lot in this matchup, but I'm liking where the Bears are at. They are much better position-wise, and we got the number 1 overall pick for the second straight year. And it's not
So
like we sucked for the second straight year like Jacksonville did a few years ago.
Do you want Fields like the fans? You want Fields like the fans chanted? Okay.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
What I'm thinking is, and this hurts me as a Notre Dame fan, but I'm also a Broncos fan. So
yeah,
I am full on draft Jaden Daniels mode right now because he's going to be available around that 15, 16, 17 range.
Speaking on the Broncos, how they've handled Russell Wilson, in my opinion, has just been,
Well, his PR team is really good at making us look bad. Like, the Broncos haven't got their side of the story out either, but
yeah. Well, it's been one of those things. Yeah, it's been one of those things where it's like you're paying for your own demise, kind of, with that Russell Wilson contract.
Yeah. And
I will say, I think Wilson goes to the Giants.
Now they got Tommy Cutlets. They don't need Russell Wilson.
That would be an interesting environment. Yeah, a dynamic. Yeah.
By the way, the one final is the LSU 35-31.
I feel like Russ needs a team that has a really good offensive line and really tall receivers. And I think a perfect place for him would be Atlanta because they have Kyle Pitts, they got Drake London. Their offensive line isn't actually too bad. I feel like that would be a perfect landing spot for Russ.
Well, the problem is this. I don't think that Arthur Smith knows how to use his tall wide receivers and Kyle Pitts and Drake London. Like, that's kind of the problem, is that he loves to use these little short white gadget
he doesn't
receivers.
Use his playmakers, even though he has them, which
Bijan Robinson is about the only playmaker that he uses somewhat properly.
Hey, and that works out because
he works
somewhat. Screen passes, man. That would work out.
Yeah, well, even the that was the one thing about yesterday's game, is the only play that had me worried a little bit was when they had that screen pass to Tyler Algier for their first play.
Speaking of yesterday, how about the Ravens and Dolphins game? That was very entertaining.
If you're a Ravens fan. That's one of those games that it's just like,
I did not see that coming.
No, I didn't either.
I thought it was going to at least be a 2-score game, if that.
This is an NFL question. So, with Jaden Daniels, obviously, like most Heisman Trophy winners we see in college football, they're like, or have a season like Daniels, they're like, oh, the number 1 pick. Why is Daniels
Baker Mayfield was how he turned out?
Yeah.
Like, why is Daniels going to be available for the Broncos in the middle of the first round?
because Caleb Williams can throw from any arm slot, and he's just the guy that scout. Like it's kind of was
Now
pre-selected.
here's an NFL question. If you're the Broncos and you have the option of Jaden Daniels, or Bo Nix, who do you take?
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I think that Bo Nix is a better pocket passer, but I don't think that's like I don't think Bo Nix is the solution any team particularly, unless if I don't know. I don't think that he's
Bo Nix.
a
I think they took him out of the game.
If you want Nix, I think you can get Nix in the second round.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think that if the Broncos go the route of quarterback in the first round, Jaden Daniels is your guy. I wouldn't be mad if we drafted like, I don't know, Cameron Kitchens because we need a safety now that Kareem Jackson's gone.
Yeah.
Get Cameron Kitchens and then you draft Bo Nix in the second, I'd be completely fine with it.
I don't, as a Browns fan, I don't really care, but just draft a wide receiver.
No, we need a receiver too because we're trading Judy after this season. I cannot deal
If
with
the Browns just draft a wide receiver,
Hey,
no.
no.
This is probably one of the most stacked wide receiver classes we have seen in a long time.
Hey, wait, since you're a Browns fan, can I interest you in a trade for Jerry Judy?
Yeah, no, I'm good. We already had talked about that earlier.
We
got Elijah Moore, who's already done for the year.
Dude, I don't need anything in return. Just take it.
I'm not dealing with him. He's explosive and all, but I'm not dealing with his attitude and all that.
You don't know how much it pains me
like
that we got Judy in a draft that had Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. Oh my God, T. Higgins. Like,
hey, at least it's not as bad as taking I believe it was Nelson Aguilar over Justin Jefferson.
Oh, it's bad, dude. We took Judy. He was the second receiver off the board. I believe Ruggs went first, then Judy. We could have had CeeDee Lamb.
To be fair, at least you didn't take Jalen Reagor one pick before Justin Jefferson. But imagine if the Eagles weren't dumb and took Justin Jefferson instead of Reagor.
Dude, that receiver, AJ Brown, Justin Jefferson, and Devontae.
No, imagine this. What if the Bengals drafted Justin Jefferson instead of Joe Burrow with the number 1 overall pick?
I don't think you'll ever see a team take a receiver with the number 1 pick.
We have.
Have we?
We're going to see it this year.
Yeah, you may see it this year with the Bears. If the Bears, but I think
it's now 28-0 Tennessee on a pick 6.
But I think that the Bears could. I think the Bears will trade back either to the commander slot, 1 pick back.
So you don't want to get Marvin to go Justin Fields.
Yeah, well, I want Marvin to go with Justin Fields. The problem is I want as much trade value as possible because I think you can get Harrison at pick number 2 or 3 because I think that you can make the other teams take a quarterback.
Are you trading back your number 1 pick or your number 2 pick?
Your number 1 overall pick because your number 2 pick is not going to be at least until number 10, if not later.
So let me ask you this: I'll give you Jerry Judy.
Went 31-45.
You're first.
Yeah. Maybe this. You guys get Darnell Mooney, and we'll take Jerry Judy. We'll switch really bad number 2 wide receivers.
Well, at least Darnell Mooney at least puts the effort into practice.
Yeah, but he's true.
Yeah, but he doesn't put the effort into catching Hail Marys.
Yeah.
Hey, have you seen Jerry Judy catch a ball?
Even our deep threat receiver and Tyler Scott's dropping Hail
I will
Marys.
be back in a second.
Yeah, dude, it's sad because we're so screwed because I was so excited when we drafted Judy because we had Sutton, who had been an all-pro receiver. We had Tim Patrick, who was an all-pro receiver.
Yep.
And we get Judy. I'm like, man, this receiving core is going to be really good. Then Tim Patrick decides to this is joking, by the way, decides to tear his ACL 2 years in a row. And not play for 2 years. Jerry Jeudy he's open on every single play. Either doesn't get the ball. When he does get the ball, he drops it and then throws a temper tantrum on the sideline because he doesn't get the ball.
Yeah.
And then you got Sutton, who is really freaking good, but was still like recovering from back-to-back torn ACLs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like I've never seen such a talented receiver room just completely go to waste.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, I think that, like, I don't know. I think the Bears have also, they've royally screwed up just about every wide receiver pick. Whether Bayless Jones.
The Bears have royally screwed up the draft for about the past 10
what
years.
happened to Bayless Jones? I thought he was like going to be like this superstar receiver.
He keeps dropping punts and keeps dropping, like, he just can't catch. He can't. Like basically the thing is this.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, well, really, when the Bears go out on offense, if the Bears go out on offense, you really don't need much of a roster other than numbers 1 and 2. You got Justin Fields and Darnell Mooney, and that's about it. And that there you go.
We got DJ Moore. DJ Moore's good.
Or not Darnell. I'm sorry. I meant DJ Moore is number 2.
Yeah.
So you have DJ Moore and Justin Fields at 1 and 2. And then Cole Kmet has actually been fantastic, but he was injured yesterday, so you really had no weapons. And somehow you put up 37 points. I don't understand that.
Dude, no. And the thing that's – go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I don't know how we lost to you in week 4 either.
Oh, the comeback?
Yeah, that was terrible.
Our defense just decided to play the entire second half.
Yeah, I just.
What's crazy is we drafted Marvin Mims last year. I was so excited to have Mims.
I wanted him, but then you stole him from me.
Dude, you know what's the most frustrating thing? And we did this with Jeudy, like his first 2 years too. Marvin,
you don't run the ball.
He's the fastest dude on our team, kind of like KJ Hamler when we had KJ Hamler the last couple of years.
Speaking of KJ Hamler, what happened to him? Is he like in a XFL now?
No, he's technically still signed by the Broncos, but it's like on some injury tag or something like that.
Because he gave me nightmares as an Ohio State fan.
But the thing with Mims is I don't know if Sean Payton doesn't trust him, but he's the fastest dude on the team, probably our second best receiver behind Sutton. And we don't throw him the ball. We don't play him. And the only thing when we do play him, the only thing we allow him to do is jet sweeps.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's like you have this dude who is an elite, was an elite receiver in college. I get it. He's not like 6'2", 6'3", but he's our version of Tyreek Hill, and you only use him on jet sweeps or like a decoy.
Yeah. I think
going back to college football here for a second. What's your score picks for the Alabama-Michigan game?
Ryan, you want to go first?
Yeah, I got Bama by 10. I think I don't have like a normal score. I just think they win by 10.
That's fair. I got Bama in a 31-14 win. I think it's
just a rule. You can't, as a Notre Dame fan, you can't pick Michigan to win this game.
I got Bama 49-45.
Okay, so you got a high scoring game.
I don't know.
Look at what happened last year against TCU from Michigan. Nobody was giving TCU a shot. Oh, Michigan's got this great defense. Great defense.
Yeah, well, they weren't able to use TCU's sign, so that probably didn't help.
Well, you're not wrong.
What do you guys make of the whole halftime hacking into the tablets for game footage.
Oh yeah, I saw the thing that was put out about Ohio State, and then I saw the thing that was put out by Nick Saban saying that his players weren't allowed to use tablets.
So the NCAA is investigating. Is this Michigan again?
No, this is
I believe
Ohio
so.
State.
Oh, Ohio State's the team that did it?
Supposedly, yeah.
Oh, my. Everyone in
Yeah.
the Big Ten just cheats.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
let's
probably the
be
reason.
honest. Everybody in college football just cheats, and it goes on record.
Yeah. Everybody
Look at
does it to
Tennessee.
varying degrees.
What do you mean? Notre Dame doesn't cheat. We're a Catholic college. We don't do that.
Totally.
Yeah, we're pure as the driven snow, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
to
sure
be
Notre
fair,
Dame's
we did
never done anything.
What do you think of Riley Leonard?
I'm
I'll
excited.
let you go first with that one, man.
I'm excited. I think that Leonard, like personally, I have. There's a girl that I go to college with. She's in the same department that I'm in, and she went to high school with Leonard. Obviously, she was a lot younger than him at the time, but Leonard wasn't a main football player. Like his big thing was basketball until his senior year, and he still played basketball senior year, but he didn't really focus on football until his senior year. So I think that like with him now focusing on football, I think that there's more improvement that would be coming from his way. And I think that overall, the only thing that concerns me is Notre Dame has a really weak schedule, so you're really not going to know how good Notre
I'll
Dame
be
is
honest.
until
I
the
think
playoffs.
Riley Leonard, if he can put it together, he has the talent to be a first-round pick.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
And Mike Denbrock, I think I was
Also,
kind of
breaking news quick. Unfortunate news for the Dolphins. Bradley Chubb's out for the year. Tore his ACL.
The thing with Riley Leonard is like when we first got him, I was kind of like he's coming off an injury. I'd rather just ride with Angeli, Minchie, or Carr, preferably.
Well, if you look at Riley Leonard when he's healthy, look at the Clemson game.
No, I get
He's
that.
a different breed when he's healthy.
I get that, but I was more like we've already had 2 transfer quarterbacks, and I was excited about CJ Carr, and I'm like, he's the highest touted recruit we've had at Notre Dame since I think Jimmy Clausen or Gunnar Kiel, one of those 2 guys. And I'm like, why not just let him play? Like our schedule is easy. It's the perfect schedule to throw a freshman in the fire.
I'm going to go on Will Howard here quick for a second.
But no, like I was kind of like that, and then with the addition of Denbrock, I liked bringing in Riley Leonard more because of what Denbrock molded Jaden Daniels into.
Breaking news: Ohio State lost 3 more players, but they brought another one in. Noah Rogers went to the transfer.
Who did they bring in?
Hold on, let me find his name. He was a tight end.
By the way, since you're an Ohio State fan,
from Ohio University. It's a weird last name.
Oh yeah, I heard about him. Yeah.
Since you're an Ohio State fan, how do you feel about Ryan Day forcing Kyle McCord to transfer when you guys don't have anybody to replace him with?
Personally, I actually didn't mind Kyle McCord's transfer. I know that might sound crazy, but I honestly think he's mid.
He's better than Devin Brown.
Well, you also got to admit that Devin Brown really didn't have a fair shot either.
I think what it is
he got a drive and a half, and then he had to leave the game.
I thought, because I have a lot of buddies that are Ohio State fans, and I thought the hate that Kyle McCord got was unwarranted. And I even told them when he transferred, I'm like, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Like, yeah, Kyle McCord's not that guy that's a Heisman Trophy winner that's going to go win you a national championship. He's not CJ Stroud. But are we sure the guys you have on the roster at quarterback are better? And are you guys going to be able to get? And all they told me was like, we're going to get Cam Ward, we're going to get Will Howard, and I'm like, well, now Cam Ward's in the draft, so that's not happening.
Yeah.
Like, are you sure Devin Brown's the guy? Because I'm not convinced he's better than Kyle McCord.
Did you hear about who the Browns signed at quarterback?
Did they sign Tom Brady?
No. Jeff Driscoll, or how you pronounce his
Driscoll.
name. Yeah.
Oh,
that dude was terrible.
Wow. Are they just signing like all the white
BTRs on the island? Say that
All
again.
they need in the quarterback room now is Mike White.
Oh, yeah. No, they need to get Taylor Heineke. Let's be honest.
Yes.
Do not say Taylor
I will say this.
Heineke's name. Do not say Taylor Heineke's name around me. Just a heads up. I still get nightmares about 2020.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, if we want
I
to
would
be,
say this at least.
I mean, if we really want to be honest, the Browns should have went to the AFC Championship. I don't care what anybody says. If the refs make that one targeting call correctly, they're going to the AFC Championship.
Yeah, since we're talking about the Browns, right? What do you think about when you guys played us and they kept calling roughing the passer on us for killing DTR?
Well, let's be honest. The refs were horrible that came for both teams. I understand the Broncos beat us, which is fine and dandy. But the refs absolutely were. Those are the worst refs I've seen since probably the Super Bowl.
Dude, Baron Browning comes up and hits and kills. He killed DTR, just hitting him in the shoulder, and they're like, "That's roughing." It's like, dude, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
And then the one I remember, we hurt Amari Cooper, and let's
be honest. The roughing in NFL, just make it flag football.
Dude,
just let everybody else play tackle and have the quarterbacks be flagged.
Dude, no, you don't understand how many roughing calls and like unnecessary roughness the Broncos have been called for this year. Mainly because our safeties, Kareem Jackson, PJ Locke, they just love to. They're like those big hitting safeties that come up and just lay the wood. And you know how many times I've seen like people were going after Kareem Jackson, like he's a dirty player. And I'm like, dude, Kareem Jackson. I've watched multiple games where guys have hit helmet to helmet.
I mean, if you want a definition of the refs are bad, I know that's probably doesn't mean anything, but look at the play. I'm not trying to be too picky as the Browns fans here, obviously. But look at the play where Myles Garrett. It was the week. This was the week before the Jacksonville game, correct?
Mm.
I believe. For the Browns, at least. But look at Myles Garrett. He was coming off the edge, and he literally gets his helmet ripped off, and there's no flag. Like, how do you miss somebody's helmet getting ripped off? I think that's
to be fair, he did rip somebody else's helmet off and hit them with it, but
yeah.
Well, to be fair, he wasn't even the one that started that either.
Was that Duck Hodges who did that too, or Mason Rudolph?
That was Mason Rudolph. Mason said something that I'm not allowed to say on stream, and then kicked him.
No, I heard that story. I just don't think you should hit the man with the.
Yeah.
He's lucky he didn't get arrested.
Yeah, because if he actually connected, he probably could have gotten arrested for even with it being a football. Like, you can get arrested.
Isn't that like assault with a deadly weapon?
Yeah, it would be. It would be. Obviously, I think the charges would probably get dropped and everybody would kind of be would kind of let it go. But yeah, but the one thing I will say is this: how has Justin Fields not gotten one late hit or roughing the passer call all year long? Not one, not a single one.
He gets killed in the pocket or when he takes off all the time.
Yeah, and he never gets called for it. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Like literally, Patrick Mahomes gets touched with the pinky, and the ball is still in his hands, and he still gets a rough.
Look at the Packers game when you said that. He wasn't even skating out of bounds, and they threw a flag.
Yeah. It's terrible. It's terrible. But like,
I think running
honestly,
quarterbacks
at the end of the day,
they don't get as many calls because I think there's like some rule where once you take off as a quarterback and you're a runner, you're not viewed as defenseless anymore. So I don't know if that's part of it, but
well, I think that's part of it. But that you can't tell me that he hasn't gotten a one-time physically, like he's gotten physically assaulted in games, basically, and it's like terrible. Yeah, like basically, it was like the police would be arresting people for the things that have been.
Are we still on Justin Fields talk here?
A little bit. I just, I don't know.
Oregon, meanwhile, is just putting the beat down.
They really are, and it's really. Bo Nix has 363 yards, 5 touchdowns, and only 7 interceptions. Or 7 incompletions, I'm sorry.
I have Texas winning the Natty.
Yeah. You have Texas winning it all?
Yeah. Speaking of Washington, Texas, I have Texas 52-49.
I'm going UW in that one. I think the Huskies get it done.
Yeah,
By the way, the football expert, I sent you so you both have the link for our show.
Yeah.
All right. I sent email
I have
you.
it.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Go ahead, though.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. We'll probably keep this stream going for like another 10 minutes and then probably let it go with how bad the Liberty game is. Like, there was there goes another fumble on Liberty.
Well, if we're going to let it go in 10 minutes, should we go off of what happened today so far then? So,
yeah.
First of all, today we had the what was that bowl game called?
The Citrus Bowl, or no, that's the requisite. I don't know what it is.
The ReliaQuest Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that game we had Wisconsin and LSU. Wisconsin had the lead for the majority of the game. LSU went down, scored a touchdown with under about 3 minutes left, and that was the ball game as LSU won 35-31. Then you have, I believe it's still going on right now, the Citrus Bowl, Tennessee and Iowa. Iowa's doing Iowa things.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put it. Tennessee's gonna win that game. It's not even gonna be close. And same thing with the Oregon game, Liberty. Oregon's doing Oregon things. Yeah. It's not even gonna be close. Oregon's gonna win.
Yeah. I think that I don't know. I'm excited for these playoff games, both to stream them and talk about them, but also kind of just to see the possible national championship rematch of Texas and Alabama. I think that one could be really interesting, but I think if Texas and Bama play, I think it'd be a blowout.
What if we get Texas and Michigan?
I think that maybe I like
Think
I
about
like
that.
that
What if we
matchup.
get Texas and Michigan?
Two of the blue bloods, definitely.
Quinn Ewers
I
versus
think that,
JJ
like,
McCarthy, former Ohio State quarterback versus a Michigan quarterback.
true. To be fair, I don't think Quinn Ewers was. What do you think about Quinn Ewers not? I think that Quinn Ewers, man, it was a missed shot that you weren't able to keep him. Obviously, it wasn't like anything that you could have done.
Well,
CJ
I'll be
Stroud
honest here. Quinn, he was never going to stay at Ohio State.
Yeah, no, he
He
wasn't.
just came for the NIL and then he was going to leave. He was never going to stay, even if he started.
Yeah. He was a Texas quarterback through and through. But I'll go ahead and end this stream so that way we guys.
Oh, by the way, it's
So that way we
reported that
can get a
Noah
little bit of a
Rogers,
break.
5-star freshman Noah Rogers, is is most likely going to transfer to NC State.
He's a 4-star, by the way.
That's what the report says. Super talented jump ball receiver will most certainly transfer to NC State as they are offering him lots of money via NIL.
That's an Ohio State transfer.
Who?
Oh,
Who
he
that?
is in Ohio State?
Yeah,
NC
that's
State spending all
their from Ohio State.
Is NC State spending all their NIL fund on one guy?
Probably.
No, because they got Grayson McCall as well.
Oh, yeah. So, okay, they're splitting it between two guys.
Yeah, which is fair because their defense has been great these past couple of years, but it hasn't gotten them anywhere, and now they're going to spend a lot of money on offense, see where it gets them.
I mean, that receiving
I'll
core
be
is going to
honest.
be decent. They have,
if we're talking about, I know this is a bit off track. We'll get back to that in a second. But if we're talking about CFP, college football playoffs, for people that don't know what that stands for, that's what CFP stands for. There's really only, in my eyes, two true teams that can win it. It's Texas and Alabama.
I think Alabama, Washington.
I mean, yes, all the teams can win it, but I think those are the true. I think that would be the national championship right there.
Yeah,
dude, I just don't want to see Texas in the Natty because Texas fans are already insufferable enough for making the playoff for the first time. Oh my God!
You also got to remember Texas will be looking for revenge because Washington beat them in the Alamo Bowl last year.
I mean, I want to see Texas fans like suffer more, just so I can use the Texas is back meme.
Well, I will say, if Texas wins the national championship, figure of speech here, not actually, but the world would explode.
Yeah.
If Texas won a national championship, it would be like the same thing as Notre Dame winning a national. The college football landscape would implode on itself.
I think it would be interesting matching Texas in the Big Ten. Imagine like Texas versus Michigan, Texas versus PSU, Texas versus Ohio State, pretty much every other year, every 2-3 years.
Yeah. Well, Texas plays Michigan next year.
Week 2.
So you at least have that matchup to look forward to. But
does JJ McCarthy come back next year?
Is he? Is that confirmed?
No. I was just asking you guys and what you guys think.
I think he probably does with how good of a quarterback class this is, because I think if he stays, then he's probably a late second round pick, right? Maybe third.
You're that high on JJ?
I don't know if I'm that high. I just think that I don't think he's any earlier than a late second because you have.
By the way, the Fiesta Bowl is officially over, and Oregon is your winner, 45-6.
Yeah, that was a beatdown. That was a beatdown.
Hey, at least it wasn't bad, Georgia.
But where do you? Yeah. But
I mean, Mordecai wasn't bad either, even though he lost.
No. No, but any two closing thoughts from you two before we get a break before the Bama CFP game?
Number one, I think we see why Oregon is a superior team. It's pretty obvious. Obviously, Liberty, fantastic season, especially from a Power 5 team, almost going undefeated. This will be their only loss on the year for people that don't know that. But I think it would have been more interesting if it was a different team than Liberty. No shade, obviously. They had a great season. But I just think it should have been Tulane or SMU.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think Liberty beats SMU or Tulane even at full strength because I think Salter is insanely good, one of the most underrated quarterbacks in all of college football.
That's one thing I will agree with you on.
I don't think Tulane was necessarily that good this year like they were a year ago. I mean, they rode the struggle bus a lot this year in the American. SMU, they still had 2 losses. I think that they.
Well, you also got to look at the caliber of talent Liberty has faced compared to those two teams.
No, I agree, but I think New Mexico State would even give Tulane and SMU a fit because that's the same New Mexico State team that went to Jordan Hare and absolutely put a beat down on an Auburn team that took Alabama down to the wire.
Well, you also remember the Jordan Hare. Yes, it's a fantastic stadium, but yes, that was also the week before the Alabama game.
True.
Yeah.
So obviously you're looking ahead of Alabama, number one. And number two, Auburn's not been that good this year.
I think
I'm sure I'm not the first one to admit it, but they are not very good this year.
Yeah.
Salter kind of reminds me of this year's Michael Pratt and Mackenzie Milton. I'm trying to think who else. Grayson McCall with Coastal a couple of years ago. And I think eventually what's going to end up happening with him is he's going to end up being he's going to enter the portal and he's going to end up spending his final year or years with a Power 5 program because that kid can absolutely play football. He just got outmatched today against a Ducks team that didn't
I
have
thought
many
Liberty might have a cover here today, but obviously, no. As you can tell from the box score and the score.
Yeah. Well,
I thought they might get a backdoor cover. So.
Yeah. Well, I will see both of you guys later. It was great to talk to both you guys, and hopefully I'll be able to join your stream maybe for the halftime, Ryan, and then I will see you in a little bit, Michael.
Yeah, for sure. Just let me know, man.
I will. I got to leave something in the thing down below. If you see a T before we take off, so I'll put that down there really quick. So,
but if you want,
see you guys for the Bama game.
Okay.
If you want, man, just whenever you guys are gonna hop on, whether it's one of you guys, both of you guys, if you want, just email me and let me know just a little bit in advance.
Okay.
That way we can have that set up.
Okay. Yeah. Lincoln is traveling back from the beach today, so he's getting in hopefully soon. And after that, he may honestly I don't know how long it will take Lincoln before he's ready for even our stream. So we'll see. But
yeah, like I said, just let me know. We're gonna be doing both over on our channel, so feel free.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Well, it was good to talk to both of you, and I will see you guys in a little bit.
All right, sounds good.
Yep.